I'm back with another triggering topic. Today I want to talk about the reality of the soft and feminine black woman. I want to show y'all a clip and I'll be right back. Please watch this.
She just kept shooting me down. So I was like, I'll marry you. And she flipped on me. And honestly, I don't think it was the reason for her flipping on me was what she said. The reason why I think she flipped on me was because I took it like, and I felt like she's been lied to in the past, and men have such a bad reputation for not keeping their word, for not being loyal, for not being there for no one when they're going through hard times, and just not being faithful or loyal to their lady. And I felt like she looked at it like, you're full of shit. Like, you're not gonna marry me, you're not gonna be there for me. And that's why she lashed out. That was the only rational reason I could think in my head, like, why did I just get flipped on for damn near proposing, you know what I mean?
Now, for the context of that clip, which I cut for time, you see a married couple, Papoose and Remy, and Papoose is speaking about why he felt like his wife lashed out in an aggressive manner before they got married. And you notice that he actually self-reflected and thought about the reason why she may have been behaving in the manner that she was. Instead of immediately writing her off or putting her in the box of angry black woman, he felt like she wasn't safe enough and wasn't going to be supported because of her past experiences or trauma or whatever you want to call it. And he was emotionally intelligent enough to realize that. And also to realize that in order for him to get her to trust him fully and get her in the space that he needed her to be, the proper response was not to dismiss her concerns, but to actually reassure that he was going to be there for her. He was going to support her, be loyal to her, be trustworthy. And taking those actions would actually give her the space to rest in her feminine, which she could do once she realized that he could indeed be trusted, relied on, and he was going to be her protector and not cause her any physical or emotional harm. He showed by his actions, not his words, that she was in a safe space with him. And that's really something I tell my daughters, that people will tell you anything about how they feel about you, and you can never trust that. But actions show it every single time. Because people can say that they love you and they care for you, but if those actions aren't matching up, then you already know what it is. And what black women need to be soft and feminine is really not talked about enough, because everyone talks about what black women lack, but never anything about what takes them to get there. And if we do talk about it, it's always a very dismissive conversation. Like, well, that's her baggage. I don't have to do anything for her to feel safe. If she doesn't believe my words, which 9 times out of 10, that person hasn't backed up with action yet, well, that's on her and that's her problem. And it's really not productive to talk about black women not being soft or feminine or whatever and not give any productive solutions. Because when we talk about black women constantly, you say that they have a hard demeanor, or they're masculine, or they're aggressive, or they don't trust men, or they're hooting and hollering about, let me go through your phone, or other behaviors that indicate a lack of trust. Or you talk about black men not being able to come home to a black woman that's soft and loving and ready to do whatever it is for their man. We have to question, why is that? And there's always a reason why. And I really think that what society at large fails to realize is that black women are unprotected, uncared for, unloved, and it's always been that way for a long time, which is why you have the quote of Malcolm X that black women are the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected. And that was in the 1960s, and things haven't changed. And when you have men that have no problem lying or cheating on a woman, or if a woman comes to you with concerns about your behaviors and how they're making her feel, and I mean, those examples could be things like, I don't know, liking a woman's pictures online, flirting with women, having inappropriate conversations with women. And if that woman says, hey, this doesn't make me feel secure in the relationship, and you dismiss them, or you're verbally abusing her, physically abusing her, or she has previous trauma, and you're aware of that, and you agree to be in a relationship with her, and you don't make sure that you reassure her of your intentions as a man, then how do you expect a woman to rest in their feminine? More specifically, black women. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret, and I can say this because it applies to me as well. A black woman will be soft and feminine where she feels she can be that, where she feels loved and that she can trust that man is going to do right by her. Even in my situation, my husband is so loving and trustworthy and supportive and in his masculine provider protector role that he really gives me no other option than to rest in my feminine. There is literally no other option but for that to flourish. And to keep it 100, honestly, the black couples, black man, black woman pairings, or even interracial couples, black woman, other races of men, the men that are truly emotionally intelligent and adopt this philosophy of treating their women well, giving their women a safe space, being trustworthy, not cheating, being helpful and loyal, they have no problems with their wives being soft and feminine. Because when you give your woman that space to know that you're going to be there and that you're going to support her, then you get that reciprocated back to you times 10. But on the other hand, if you as a man have never experienced this from more specifically a black woman, I know for a fact, yeah, I said it, for a fact, that you were not giving her a safe space. You were not treating her right. You were not reassuring her that she can rely on you. Because a black woman is only going to be soft and feminine where she feels she can be that. Where she feels loved and that she can trust that a man is going to do right by her. Because honestly, why would a woman be soft and feminine with the man that hurts her or with the man that she doesn't even know if he's going to stick around? He's made no commitment to her. Or he shows constant disloyalty. And it's really weird because if I said before, men that I've really seen treat their women well and actually give them safe spaces, they never make videos about how all they come across is these disrespectful, aggressive, masculine women. At some point, we have got to acknowledge that when you give a woman love, and I mean true love, and you water her, she's going to reciprocate all that you put into her times 10. And if all you are is attracting women that can't ever relax or be in their feminine around you, it's because they feel that they have to keep their guards up. And that's on you. But I want to show y'all a clip of a man that's providing a space for his fiance to be feminine. And you can see in real time the energy that he receives back. Please watch this.
I'm ready for something real and you're ready for something real. So let's build something real. What is the easiest thing to love about me and what is the hardest thing to love about me?
The easiest thing to love about you, there's a unspoken loyalty that means a lot to me, and that's the easiest thing to love about you. The hardest thing, which is a good thing, is that I have to take accountability for my shortcomings. You call them out for my growth. The thing that makes it hard is that you have to search yourself and say, yes, I need to work on this. Yes, I need to work on that. It's hard because you force me to take self-inventory a lot. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Oh, baby.
You gonna cry?
Yeah.
You don't mess up your makeup? Oh, no, come here, baby. I love you.
That was really sweet.
It's true. What is the easiest thing and the hardest thing to love about me?
The hardest thing is that, like, you're such a giver. Yeah, whatever. I just gave so-and-so and da-da-da-da-da. And nah, man, I felt it on my heart, and it's just like, baby, but you needed that. You're like, it's fine. I'll get another one. Like, it's just like, it's just this giving spirit that you have. Sometimes it hurts you. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And sometimes your head gets heavy. Sometimes that's hard, to watch. So many easy things. Your honesty, you just are like the most persistent, consistent, loving person I have ever met in my life.
That makes me feel good.
You should.
That makes me feel good. I mean, my dad was like that. So my dad's my hero.
I know.
So, thank you, baby.
Ooh.
Onions up in here, ain't
It's someone
Onions?
cutting onions.
I really wanted to show y'all that clip because it really is a very good example of energy being returned or reciprocated. She was completely in her feminine because he has already put in the work to reassure her that he is there for her, which is why she mentioned one of the things that she loved about him was his consistency. Consistency is another key component to getting a woman to rest in her feminine. because consistency means she doesn't have to guess her place with you. Keeping your word as a man and doing exactly what you say you will do will always keep a woman feeling secure and able to be soft and feminine. It was also one of the main things that I loved about my husband. He was always consistent and reliable, and you knew he was going to do what he said. And we've really got to destroy this stereotype of Black women and independence and masculinity and aggression. Do you really think Black women really want to be that? Newsflash, they don't. They have had to be aggressive because oftentimes they were left with no protection and had to fend for themselves. They have had to be independent because they were often left alone to handle financial and other obligations. And when you are on your own, taking care of yourself, what space is there to be feminine or soft? But you know what? I just really wanted to give some perspective from myself, who's been in a happy marriage for over a decade. And also I wanted to show other couples who seem to be succeeding at love as well, instead of always focusing on the negative. Now, if you watch this whole video, which I'm sure many of you won't because it is super long, but if you did, please drop a 44 in the comments below, and I thank you kindly. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support my podcast, then that's no problem. Just subscribe to my YouTube and drop me a like. That is absolutely free, and that helps me as well. And as always, drop your comments down below.